Lumos. Hi, and welcome to the Portkey Adventures. I'm Gita, and today we are going to do an extreme deep dive on everything we know on Wizards Unite. So a quick apology on the fact that I am in a robe and my hair looks a mess. I'm sick, and the only thing I had energy to do was my makeup, so forgive me. Alright, so let's just jump on into it. First, we are going to go over the website and everything we can discover there. Then we're going to point out a few random things from both of the trailers that we have. Alright, so the first thing that I want to discuss is this mysterious clock that is on the trailers and on the website. So what is this clock? It was a while ago, but I believe it was the Wizard's Guide that discovered that it was a clock from Fantastic Beasts. It was first seen in Macusa. It's basically a clock that determines the current threat level on if magic is being discovered by muggles, because ultimately the fear is if muggles discover magic, if the statute of secrecy, that's what the secret is, muggles discovering magic, if that's broken, then there's going to be a war between wizards and muggles. So that's what the theory is. We're trying to prevent a war against wizards. So I have an idea, and Lynette from Wizard PhD has an idea on what these will be. So her idea is that this will sort of indicate when there's going to be an in-game event of some sort. So kind of like we've got community days or other sorts of events like double XP events or whatever, this could possibly indicate when that's going to happen. My thought goes back to a couple different things in Pokemon Go. So I was thinking about the footsteps with Pokemon. When Pokemon first dropped, you had to follow the footsteps underneath the Pokemon to see if you were tracking them right, to see if you were getting closer to them. If you got closer, then you would see less footsteps. If you got further, you would see more footsteps. So the other thing I thought about were the raid egg timers and how they kind of let you know when something's about to happen at a point of interest. So I was thinking, what if we have this clock in our game and it is almost like a compass that leads you around? So say you're going towards a point of interest that has an intense calamity of magic happening. There's a lot of activity happening there. Then the compass is going to spin towards the danger side and let you know. Hence the little wagging that we're seeing on the website constantly. And then, if there's nothing going on, you're going to see that you're okay. Your area is in the clear. So that is my current theory. Feel free to shoot it down in the comments down below. Let me know what your thoughts are on that, because I know it's a little bit of a stretch and I'm not sure if the mechanics are there. So yeah. Let me know. Next, we need to talk about this six-pointed star. This star is literally all over the place. Now, stars are not uncommon for the Harry Potter universe. There are stars on the little pages on all of the Harry Potter books. Some people even get tattoos showing the stars. And then there are little stars throughout all the different logos, whether they're 6 or 7 pointed, those are the more common ones. And then there are some 5-pointed stars. It's interesting that they chose a 6-pointed star. They're seen in the Weasley Wizard Wheezes logos. They're seen in the Quidditch World Cup poster. They actually had inside each star was each country's flag, which was really cool. And then if you go and look up a 6-pointed star on Google, it says usage in occultism. The hexagram, like the pentagram, was and is used in practices of the occult and ceremonial magic, and is attributed to the 7 old planets outlined in astrology. The 6-pointed star is commonly used both as a talisman and for conjuring spirits and spiritual forces in diverse forms of occult magic. So, what if this is a talisman that somebody is using to conjure up all of this extra magic that's making the normal things go crazy? Maybe there's something there. Maybe it's just a stretch and like they're just using the 6-pointed star because it works. In my opinion, a 7-pointed star would make more sense for them to use, because if you look at the website, it is very much a ministry style website. Starting at the very top next to this ENLIST now, it's got these fingers, these arrows, and that can be seen on a lot of different ministry papers. In Order of the Phoenix, when we got the proclamations, those pointers were there too. So these are very much official ministry little finger pointer arrows, whatever you want to call them. Oh, it's like this. So that is very Ministry. All the lines, all the style of writing, even the color of the website, the whole thing feels like it's done by the Ministry of Magic itself. Next, this lightning bolt symbol is all over the place. It's in the first trailer we've at least seen. It's all over the website. Even on the website, it's doing this like flickering thing now. And it's in the SOS logo, the Statute of Secrecy logo. So it's not just a random thing. Now, Zoe from Snitches and Witches has pointed out that this is actually the motion that you have to do the Vada Kedavra curse, the killing curse, which is probably why Harry has a lightning bolt scar, because that's the motion that you have to do. Fun little fact for you. So that's very interesting, and it's also a well-known symbol of Harry Potter just in general. It's used commonly in a lot of merch. So maybe that's it in itself, maybe because we are going to see Harry in the Wizards Unite logo. We see 3 wands, and those are the trio's wands, Harry, Ron, and Hermione. So we know that we're going to see them in the game. We know that Harry is head of the R department at the Ministry of Magic at this time. So it's not really a huge surprise. I think Hermione is head of the Magical Law Enforcement Division, but I could be wrong about that. It's getting a little bit murky with people taking Cursed Child as canon and other people not. I'm in the not category, for the record. Now, when I was really deep diving and searching for this star and where the stars were all over, I actually found another lightning bolt. And it's really interesting because it's on the cover of a book that says, "When Muggles Attack." I mean, aren't we trying to prevent that? Is there something here, or am I just really reaching? And then these muggles are holding these lightning bolts like they're using them to attack. What's going on there? Is it just random? Is it a coincidence? Does Niantic even know about this book? So on the website, it says in red in this small print, "Please note, in the almost entirely impossible instance of a muggle gaining access to this area, they will be immediately obliterated by authorization of the Ministry of Magic." So this is pretty normal. What's not normal is there are symbols around it and there are lines broken down below. I haven't found these broken lines anywhere on any kind of ministry official stuff from the movies. So I think there's something there. If you're good at decoding, try to see if there's anything there. Maybe it's another stretch. And then on the sides, there are these symbols. And I've been trying to dig and dig and dig. And again, when I was looking for info on those stars, I found another book. The Book of Runes for Harry Potter. I'm not sure if that's the official name, but on this book, you can see 2 of the same symbols. So are these runes, or is it just random? Is it a coincidence again? Next, we know we are going to be getting new characters and we are going to be visited by old ones. I've already talked about the Golden Trio, and I think that there is something else there with them. They say on the website, they list that we're going to learn lightning fast wand reflexes. We're going to have the ability to sniff out the faintest whiff of magic from afar, and we're going to have proficiency in advanced casting of multiple spells. I'm not sure if it's just a coincidence that there's 3 trio members and 3 different things that we're learning, and lightning fast wand reflex skills with somebody having a lightning bolt on their forehead. Could be a coincidence. I'm going to say that a lot in this video. So I was thinking before, and then we got training in Pokemon Go, and this kind of confirmed it, that potentially each of these characters is going to help train us in each of these areas. So we'll see. Could be a stretch. Now, as far as new characters go, we have a couple different hints there. There's the Muggle Repelling Charm, Muggleton Repello, I believe, and this has a few different people's names, and we have only been able to figure out one of them thanks to subtitles on a video, and she is a real person, but the other two we haven't found anything on them. So that's been interesting. The other thing that hints that we're going to get new characters is the copyright on everything has changed. Months and months ago, it only covered Harry Potter and Fantastic Beasts characters. Now it specifies Wizards Unite characters under the copyright. So we're definitely going to be getting new characters for Wizards Unite, which is pretty exciting. Alright, I think that's it for the website. We will come back for one more thing, but I can't think of anything else for now, so let's move on to the video. So first, there is a snitch that is going crazy, which it's interesting to see a snitch out of a Quidditch stadium in general, so that was fun. Next, if you notice back in the corner, there is a shoe sitting next to this bin. Now, that wouldn't be anything curious on its own, but somebody pointed out, I believe on Discord, that this shoe has a sock sitting straight up and down, almost like somebody's standing in it still. Or maybe it's just a Portkey sitting there. Who knows? I thought maybe it could be a hint towards this being a Portkey game, but maybe there's something more there. Now next, I want you to pay attention to this little thing right here. This object appears halfway through the video. When she first comes in, or when we first see the snitch even, this item is nowhere to be seen. And then all of a sudden, it appears in this doorway. So, what is it? I'm not sure what it is. I'm not sure if we're going to be able to guess what it is. My guess is it's going to be some sort of in-game item that we can use to help us with whatever we need. So similar to how there are items that help you collect things in Ingress, and how there's like a lucky egg that you can turn on for double XP in Pokemon Go. I think that this could be something like that, but different. You know, obviously, for Wizards Unite. Some of the other WooTubers have been trying to guess on an official date for this game release. I don't personally think that we will have an official date. That is very not Niantic. Niantic is known for a spontaneous drop. Like, Pokemon Go was expected months after it dropped. Like, it dropped like that. And then Ingress Prime was actually late. They said that it would drop in October, and it actually didn't drop until November. So them giving official dates, I feel like they have leaned away from that. So maybe a guess of a month, but I'm not leaning towards that. Now, I do have a predicted date of a next video release, so we'll move on to that. But we have to jump to the next video. So first we have some out of control brooms that are being ridden without anybody on them. So that's crazy, didn't know that was a thing. Also, why are we riding brooms that were first released in 1991? Not sure. Maybe they're affordable for the masses? Who knows? Just funny that it's a Nimbus 2000. I pulled this up on my TV so that I could really try to see what the signs said, and I noticed that the sign in the back says Stadium on the right, and I'm pretty sure it says M11 on the left. Now if you look up M11, there are a few different highways. There's one in Australia, there's one in the UK, leaving London, and then I believe there's another one somewhere in Russia. So is this anything? Is this just random? It was hard to read, so I'm not sure if it was there on purpose. It could just be the road name, but it definitely said Stadium, which is interesting because if you jump back to the website, it actually has a new news section, and under that news section it says, the Statute of Secrecy Task Force is doing everything in its power to track these rogue brooms before they are noticed by Muggle authorities. These brooms may be split up in search of their natural sporting habitat, so keep an eye out around Muggle sports stadiums. That's not random. That's a hint towards something. So that got me thinking, what could this be? Now, Lynette from Wizard PhD and I figured this out together, and we've been brainstorming a lot. And then last night it hit me. Pokemon Go had a crazy awesome trailer drop at the Super Bowl. For those of you that are not in America or don't care about football, the Super Bowl in America is huge, and it's huge for ad space in particular. Actually, there are parties that get together, and there are plenty of people that don't watch the game at all, but they will stand around and watch these commercials together because the commercials are just kind of out of this world. They make them really, really good. So it makes complete sense for them to try to do a really, really big promotion for this game at the Super Bowl again in 2019. I am banking on it, and that is going to happen the first weekend of February. So keep your eye out for that. It doesn't necessarily mean that the game is coming soon, because when Pokemon Go had this happen, it was the end of January when we had the Super Bowl in 2016, and then we didn't get the game until July. So it's not necessarily an indication of how soon we'll get the game, but I am betting we are going to get an epic trailer at the Super Bowl in 2019. Alright, I think that's it. Make sure to check out all the other WooTubers videos. I'm sure there's something that I've forgotten that they have covered. Go check their videos out, see what you think. Leave me a comment down below what you agree with, what you don't agree with, and what you want most from this game. Alright, until next time, make sure to use your magic wisely and keep an eye out for Dementors and rogue brooms and rogue snitches and anything else that this calamity is causing, because we cannot go into a war with muggles. Alright, Nox. I just wanted to do a quick apology. I am so sorry that I disappeared for a month. I got very, very sick, and it was just thing after thing after thing. It was one thing I would heal, and then the next day it would be something else. And it tore me up inside to not be able to post. So expect more videos. I do have some that are filmed, just not edited. I'm starting to feel better. I'm going to try to squeeze them in. Unfortunately, I have a funeral I have to go to. Of course, as funerals are, it's last minute. So I'm not sure how soon I'll be able to post, but I'm going to try to keep this up because I feel like the universe is getting things going. I feel like the universe wants me to start like being on a really, really tight schedule and getting used to it for Wizards Unite to drop, because I feel like it's coming soon. I feel like it's just around the corner. So, yeah. And I'm about to show you a little close-up of my tree, so stick around for that. My tree is a mix-themed tree. It's both Gryffindor and Ravenclaw, because I'm Ravenclaw and my boyfriend is Gryffindor. So see if you can notice all of the fun thought I put into that. It's not really too much thought. I really like the wrapping paper though, and I am building up my Harry Potter ornament collection. I have been since last year, and it's really fun, and I can't wait until next year's ornaments come out. Last thing, I'm going to continue the chess game in my next upload. I am just feeling way too sick today to even think about anything like that. So, I hope you understand.